everybody, and welcome to Dragonmount. I'm Thom DeSimone, and now I'm going to be doing the too long didn't read versions of my review / feelings on Season 2, Episode 3 of The Wheel of Time, Strangers and Friends. These videos are 100% book spoiler free, so no worries there. Share them with anyone who hasn't read the books that does not want to be spoiled. If you have read the books or don't mind being spoiled on things, we also have our long version reviews. They're a bit more deep dive into the nitty-gritty parts, things that I'm picking up from the books, trying to theorize on maybe why they made their changes, what could they be combining storyline-wise, where they could be going, things like that. Okay, so the best dressed for this episode was a little torn between Suroth or her voice, because they both looked great. Like, I really am enjoying the alien nature of the Shanshan clothing and armor and stuff. It's starkly different to the Westlands and their everything, pretty much. And Suroth's headdress is gorgeous. Like, it's got the raven feathers. It looks very much almost like a mantis, like a praying mantis head in its shape. That's what it makes me think of, at least. It's very insectoid. It looks like all of their armor, especially the blood, like the little bit that we've seen of Turok from the previews, looks insectoid, like a carapace or an exoskeleton. And then we have the best use of the one power. So there's not a lot of one power in this episode. We have that bit from Rand, and I really loved the way the fire looked with the black tint in it, but it's got to be that use of spirit for igniting the archway for the accepted test. I thought that was really cool. We see another linking kind of going on here, or even just the three channeling together to do one thing. I'm not entirely sure there, but it looked awesome. Like, not just their weave and it entering the ter'angreal, but then the ter'angreal like igniting and turning on was pretty sick. I really enjoyed it. The entrance into the ter'angreal, once it was on, left a little to be desired. Like, it looked like a slightly less rendered version of like the entrance to the Stargate, maybe, but still was cool, you know. Like, but the ter'angreal themselves were just gorgeous. I really like that. I was torn here on the best quote, and I think the best quote is probably going to be from Leandrin, and it's, "If you're doing this for someone else, you'll fail. You have to do this for you or not at all," because it has a lot of deep meaning for exactly what happened. Like, it was really good. If you were paying attention at all up to that point, you pretty much should have been able to figure out that Nynaeve was going to fail this test in some way. And it happening in the third test, where it's like the future of what could be, and like they basically gave her the perfect future, because like subconsciously I feel like you're not going to give up your perfect life for anyone but a strong reason of your own, and not for like someone else's external reason. Like, oh, my friend's going to be sad if I leave her alone. You know what I mean? So like, it makes perfect sense that is what happened there. And it was a great little build off that, I think. So who stole this episode? Every fiber of my being wants to say Guy Roberts and Uno, because like, I just want to talk about him again, because obviously I'm still like emotionally wrecked from that. But in all seriousness, I mean, that is serious. Who am I lying? But like, to actually use like a more real thing from the episode, Zoe, I think, Nynaeve, this was a Nynaeve episode. It started and ended with her anguish when she came out of that third gate and her child wasn't there was palpable. Like, I could really feel it. Fantastic. That was fantastic. I wonder what she drew on to display those emotions. Whew. Hot take. Okay. I know the entire fandom is going to be on fire after they watch episode 3, but I think I might be okay with Uno's death. Like, not that I like it. Like, I'm devastated and I would rather have Uno, but I get it and I see how it makes sense, and it makes sense within the story, and it doesn't break anything for me within the world of the show in and of itself. Like, if I knew nothing about the character of Uno other than what I've learned from the show, this makes perfect sense. And that's the way they're coming into this. Like, they're not making the show specifically just for the book fans. They're making it for anybody. So, like, you need to kill a character that people probably like, but also isn't going to have a huge impact on the story. So Uno fits the bill. I'm devastated. I mean, not just because Uno's awesome, but Guy Roberts is such a awesome person, and he's such a huge fan of the series, and I'm sad that he's not going to like participate in it, probably, unless I don't see any healing from that. I don't see any way to get healed coming back from that. I mean, yeah, no. I mean, if you think of a way, post it, but like I don't see it. Hot take. Nynaeve's accepted tests are far better in the show than they were in the book. Honestly, the entire character and story of Nynaeve, like early book Nynaeve and early show Nynaeve, the show is better. Her attitude is better. Like her approach to everything is better. She still has the stubbornness, but there's a reason for it other than what always felt like petulance in the book. She felt like almost like the way Matt was with his rebelling against authority simply because it was authority. And that's how she reacted. And she was always supposed to be a little older and a little smarter, and she was the wisdom. So I always felt like, meh. And then her whole like withholding information because it made her look bad often was to not just her own detriment and safety, but to the safety of others. And that always made me angry. So this version of her, every bit I've loved. Like, I love her flaws. I love everything about her. Her look, just perfect. And this part of her story I thought was far better than the books. It has much more meaning for the character. Yeah, it was a true accepted test. Like that the first one was okay, but it really didn't feel like it was enough to be like heart-wrenching. Like this one really like destroyed her emotions, and you really had to fight to be able to get back. And I still feel like even though maybe the pattern helped her get out of that third one, she still failed. And I don't know if that's going to have any kind of impact on the story later on. So we'll see. Hot take. I like this version of Sheriam a lot more than the books. That's what I got. I mean, I always imagine Sheriam is maybe a bit younger in appearance. I think that's because she came up with Maureen, and, you know, she isn't as old as the other Aes Sedai, but like they've already talked about how Aes Sedai don't display age in the show very well, and she looks like an older woman. Like, she looks like she could be in her 50s or 60s instead of where like Rosamund could be in her early 40s, and you know they are close to 100 years old, and Sheriam must be older than that. But like having an older, more stern Mistress of Novices just like makes a lot more sense, and will, you know, be able to give a different feeling to the character when she's, you know, acting in her job as Mistress of Novices. All right, everybody, thanks for hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed these little tidbits of my feelings on things from the episode. And that's all I have for you for this. If you want the deep dives, obviously, go check our YouTube channel. Make sure to like and subscribe. Tell us in the comments if you want to hear other deep dives into specific topics. Go and, you know, follow us on our social medias. If you want to join our watch parties on Monday when we watch shows, we're often streaming on both YouTube and Twitch so that we can actually have the show playing for everybody, and you could join the watch party and watch along with us. On Twitch, we are Dragonmount.com, as well as on YouTube. Toss us a follow over there. We're still trying to build that Twitch account. We finally got affiliate, but, you know, every tier helps us get additional things that we can use to provide more content for you all. Thank you so much, and may you find... It's a matter that requires your attention. I didn't mute my phone. Thank you so much, and may you always find water and shade on the slopes of Dragonmount, and I'll see you next time. Peace.
And that's our show. Thank you so much for watching. And as always, please subscribe, hit the like button, give us a thumbs up, or leave us a comment. We love comments, especially positive ones. And if you have any friends that are interested in the Wheel of Time, please share some of our videos with them. And as always, a huge thank you to our sponsor, Tor Books, as well as our amazing Patreon community. And if you are interested in learning about how more of the show was made or some Wheel of Time insights, you too can become a member of the Patreon community. And as always, follow us on Dragonmount with social media. And thank you so much for watching.